A girl descends the stairs of a luxurious house. White shoes and a knee-length denim skirt paired with a white blouse cling perfectly to the beautiful girl's body. Her name is Park Yin. She is the beloved daughter of Gi-hoon, one of the infamous Mafia figures in Korea. Since childhood, her father and older brothers have always indulged her, granting her every wish possible. Good morning, Dad, Mom, brother. Yin greets them cheerfully, kissing each of their cheeks before sitting next to Lena, her mother. Good morning, princess. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning, my most beautiful sister. Let's have breakfast, sweetheart. Okay, Mom. Lena quickly prepares a piece of bread with Yin's favorite chocolate spread, not forgetting a glass of chocolate milk that Yin must drink in the morning. Yin is indeed a chocolate lover. She has a special cupboard to store various chocolates. But unfortunately, she has a rule about consuming them if she doesn't want her father and brothers to dispose of all her chocolates. Thank you, Mother. Yin eats the bread eagerly, her cheeks occasionally puffing out as the bread enters her mouth, making Gi-hoon, Lena, and Minju chuckle fondly. Dad? Yin finishes eating, glancing nervously at her father, uncertain about what she wants to say. Yes, princess? Do you want something? Dad. How did you know? I know when my daughter calls with that tone and look in her eyes. She wants something. Tell me. What do you want? Gi-hoon smiles broadly. For him, fulfilling his daughter's wishes is a joy in itself. I want to go to campus in my car. No way. It's not her father who responds first, but her older brother. It's dangerous out there, Yin. You can't go anywhere alone without an escort. I won't allow it. Gi-hoon sighs. Yin has asked several times to drive herself, but Gi-hoon hasn't allowed it. He worries deeply about Yin. He's a feared Mafia figure in Korea, and naturally, a Mafia has many enemies. Yin and Lena are his weaknesses. If his enemies were to get hold of them, Gi-hoon would go mad. Your brother is right, princess. We can't allow you to go alone. You are our precious gem that must be protected at all costs. Ask for something else, my sweetie. Gi-hoon speaks softly. He actually can't bear to see the tears forming in her eyes, but for the sake of her safety, he has to be firm. Yin looks at her mother, seeking help. She really wants to go to campus alone. She feels suffocated by the number of guards always following her. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I can't help it. Your safety comes first. Lena gently strokes her hair, while Yin can only sigh in resignation. All right then. Yin bows her head, disappointed that her request isn't granted. But she's also aware of her position. But I ask that the guards don't stay too close to me, Dad. I don't want to make my friends uncomfortable when they're with me. That's not a problem. Everything can be arranged, as long as you're safe. How about you go with me today? Luckily, we don't have any morning meetings scheduled. Is that right, Dad? Yes. Wow, that's great. All right. Yin is very happy. It's been a while since she went out with her super busy brother. Everyone at the breakfast table smiles. Her mood changes so quickly from being gloomy earlier to cheerful again. The atmosphere inside the car feels warm. Yin doesn't stop talking, and Minju responds with equal enthusiasm. Their car moves at a moderate speed, with 2 guard cars behind them to protect Yin on campus later. What time do you have class, Yin? It's at 9, and it's only 7 now, so relax. How about we pick up my friend first? He called me earlier asking for a ride. We have something to discuss. Oh, sure. Who is it? Jungkook. Our dad's friend's son, Jeon Jungkook. The handsome one. Isn't he in Italy? Yin knows Jungkook. Their parents are friends, and they used to play together when they were kids before Jungkook decided to study abroad. They're 4 years apart in age. Yin heard that after graduating, Jungkook took over his father's company in Italy. Why do you seem so interested? Do you miss him? Minju teases Yin, who just giggles shyly. Jungkook will be taking over the main company here in Korea. His duties in Italy are done, and he's been replaced by someone trusted by his father. Are you happy? Minju doesn't stop teasing Yin. Brother, don't be like that. I'm embarrassed. The girl's cheeks blush. It can't be denied that Yin misses the Jungkook who used to always watch over her. They arrive in front of Jungkook's house. Jungkook steps out, causing Yin's heart to race. Jungkook hasn't changed much, still handsome and captivating in Yin's eyes. His facial features have become sharper, indicating his maturity. Jungkook opens the front passenger door and is surprised to find Yin there. Oh, hi, Jungkook. Yin greets him shyly, but tries to remain friendly. Yin, right? Jungkook asks with a hint of uncertainty because the girl in front of him is so different from the Yin he used to know. She's even more beautiful now. Yes, that's me. I'll move to the back then. You can sit here. Yin starts to unbuckle her seatbelt. Oh, there's no need, Yin. I can sit in the back. It's okay. My brother said you guys need to discuss something important. Yin moves to the back, then Jungkook briefly holds her back, their eyes locking for a few seconds. Oh, come on, get in quickly. Don't make a drama scene in front of a single like this. Yin quickly shifts and opens the back passenger door. Her mischievous brother really embarrasses her in front of Jungkook. Jungkook himself just shakes his head before calmly sitting in the passenger's seat. It's okay if we drop Yin off at campus first, right? No problem. During the journey, Yin's eyes frequently glance at Jungkook. Her heart races with pleasant excitement. I'll pick you up later. Study hard. Minju gently pats Yin's head before driving off to his office. Meanwhile, Jungkook just smiles faintly as he looks at her. Yeah, bye brothers. Why do I feel so happy like this after meeting Jungkook? Am I falling for him? That's not possible so soon, right? Oh, silly me. It's okay if I like him. Besides, he's very handsome and kind-hearted. Yin walks into her campus with light steps, her heart fluttering. It's no wonder she can't stop smiling. Now it's the weekend and Yin doesn't have classes today. Yin descends the stairs with half-closed eyes. The bottled water in her bedroom happens to be empty, so she has to go downstairs to fetch some. She plans to go back to sleep after getting the water. Due to watching dramas all night, Yin only slept at 3 in the morning. She vaguely hears voices coming from her father's office. Curious, Yin peeks through the door crack. Her body straightens, eyes wide open. Why is Jungkook here this early in the morning? Yin looks at her appearance and grimaces slightly. She's wearing panda print pajamas and fluffy slippers. Her hair is a bit messy, and there's still drool residue. She quickly rushes back to her bedroom. She needs to freshen up and look presentable in front of Jungkook. Good morning, everyone. Yin greets everyone in the living room, where her father, mother, and brother are chatting together, not forgetting the handsome figure who has been capturing her attention, Jungkook. It's unusual for you to be all dolled up like this in the morning. Are you going somewhere? Oh no, Mom. I just did my usual routine. Right, Dad? Yin seeks her father's approval, while her father just looks at his daughter intently, especially noticing Yin occasionally stealing glances at Jungkook. Of course, Mom. She has to look pretty. There's a special guest after all. Minju teases, nudging Jungkook's arm who has been focused on his phone, making Jungkook raise his eyebrows in confusion. Gi-hoon and Lena smile mysteriously, making Yin feel embarrassed. Her cheeks flush at the teasing from her family. Unfortunately, the one who causes the family's princess to feel embarrassed behaves casually and seems indifferent. All right. Stop teasing your sister. Are you hungry, dear? Yes, Mom. Yin answers cheerfully. Since that time, Jungkook has been visiting their house more often. There's no other intention but to discuss business or meet with Minju to do some sports. And Yin still enjoys stealing glances or joining gatherings whenever Jungkook is around. Jungkook, I want to talk to you seriously. What's up? You look really serious. Jungkook sips his coffee, the aroma calming his mind, which was swirling with thoughts earlier. I'm always serious when it comes to my sister. Yin, what about her? I know you're not oblivious, Jungkook. You know that Yin is interested in you, right? Jungkook falls silent. Of course, he knows that Yin likes him. His attitude is too transparent and easily readable. And, aren't you interested in her? Yin is beautiful, and she's fun to be around. But to be romantically interested in her, I don't think so. I just see her as your sister. Are you sure? Minju suddenly becomes agitated. He can't bear to see his sister heartbroken. I'm sure. Besides, I want to focus on business and I'm not really thinking about romantic matters. Minju exhales heavily. He massages his temples. I can't bear to see Yin heartbroken. She's the sister I cherish the most. I can't stand to see her sad because her love is unrequited. I know, but it would be more painful if I pretended to be interested in her. It's okay, Minju. Yin also needs to learn to be mature. You're right, and when it comes to matters of the heart, I can't force it. Then they fall silent, lost in their own thoughts. I'll try to distance myself from her little by little. I think I'm also at fault for being too close and letting Yin always be around me. Maybe that way, Yin can get rid of her feelings for me. Yeah, it's up to you, but please, don't be too harsh on her. Of course, you don't have to worry. The next day, because Minju couldn't pick up Yin from campus, he asked Jungkook to do it instead. Initially, Jungkook refused. After all, hadn't he said he wanted to distance himself from Yin? But because Minju kept pleading, Jungkook finally agreed. Yin gets into the car and smiles awkwardly at him. She sits calmly, trying to control her racing heart. Minju couldn't pick you up, so he asked me to come here. Jungkook informs Yin without being asked. Yes, Jungkook, thank you. I'm sorry for troubling you. Yin smiles sweetly, a hint of blush appearing on her cheeks. The atmosphere in the car is quite quiet. Only the sound of music that Jungkook intentionally plays to ease the awkwardness fills the space. They arrive in front of Yin's house, but Yin doesn't immediately get out. She faces Jungkook, causing him to glance briefly. Is there something, Yin? Jungkook, I love you. Yin says it firmly. Jungkook is surprised by her sudden confession. Even though he already knew, hearing it directly from her lips still catches him off guard. Jungkook, will you be my boyfriend? Forget about pride. Yin can't contain the turmoil in her heart anymore. She has truly fallen for his charm. At this moment, she has completely suppressed her embarrassment. Jungkook exhales deeply, leaning back against the driver's seat. His eyes are closed, as if deep in thought. This is what he feared. Honestly, he's afraid of hurting Yin. After all, she's his friend's sister, whom he also cares about. But he has to be firm with his feelings. I'm sorry, Yin. I can't reciprocate your feelings. I see you as a sister of my friend. The rejection tightens her chest. Tears begin to well up in her eyes, ready to spill at any moment. Don't you want to give it a try first? Doesn't love sometimes come from familiarity? Yin still tries to persuade him. I can't, Yin. For me, when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no need to experiment like that. I'm still not ready to be in a relationship. I want to focus on my business and all my responsibilities regarding this Mafia organization. I'm sorry, Yin. Please forget about me. Forget about your feelings of love. We can still be friends. Jungkook answers cautiously, smiling at her while she exhales repeatedly, trying to ward off the pain now residing in her heart. It feels so tight. Is this what heartbreak feels like? Alright then. I'm sorry if I was bold in expressing my feelings. Yin tries to smile despite her shattered heart. It's okay. Forgive me too, for not being able to reciprocate your feelings. Okay. I'll go inside now. Thank you for taking me home. Jungkook gazes sadly at her back. Yin quickly gets out of the car and runs a little towards the front door. She needs to get to her bedroom immediately. She wants to let out the tears she's been holding back. Yin cries all night, even skipping dinner and going straight to bed due to exhaustion from crying. The next day, Yin is slightly feverish as she descends the stairs with a heavy heart. Good morning, everyone. Yin greets them, still able to smile even when her body and heart are not okay. Good morning, dear. Are you sick? Her mother immediately touches her forehead and realizes it's slightly warm. I'm okay, Mom. Your face looks pale. How about you don't go to campus today? You should go to the hospital and rest. No, Dad. I want to go to class. There's an exam I have to take. I promise I'll come home right after the exam. Are you sure, Princess? Yes, Dad. I'm still strong. Yin smiles to reassure them. Minju, who already knows everything, looks sadly at his beloved sister. She must have cried all night to be this sick. Princess, forgive me and your brother. Today, we can't take you to campus. There's an important meeting we have to attend. It's okay, Dad. I can go with the driver. Alright then. Be careful. Remember to come home right after your exam. Bye, dear. Gi-hoon kisses her forehead before leaving with his brother. Here's some medicine. Take it, dear, so you can feel better. Thank you, Mom. After returning from class, because the usual route was very congested, Yin's driver took a slightly longer route through a quiet small street. Yin had been sleeping all this while, her head throbbing with pain. Suddenly, from the opposite direction, there was a speeding truck. Yin's car didn't have time to avoid it, resulting in an unavoidable accident. The truck driver fled the scene while Yin and her private driver were severely injured. The bodyguards who had been following Yin from behind immediately took them to the hospital and contacted Gi-hoon. Gi-hoon, Minju, and Lena rushed through the hospital corridor, ignoring the strange looks from other visitors. Their only concern now was Yin. How is my daughter, doctor? Gi-hoon immediately asked as the doctor who attended to Yin emerged from the room. The impact on her head was severe, and her condition is still critical. But fortunately, there are no serious injuries besides the head trauma. Let's pray that she gets through this critical period soon. Excuse me, sir. Lena was crying in Gi-hoon's arms. Minju sat limply in the waiting area, hands covering his face. They were devastated by the news. Their beloved gem had to face such a tragedy. Yin will recover soon. She's a strong girl. Gi-hoon rubbed Lena's back, trying to comfort his wife. Shortly after, Jungkook arrived. He was also shocked after hearing about Yin. He sat beside Minju and gently rubbed his friend's shoulder, sharing strength with him. Yin will definitely recover. Let's pray together. Yes, Jungkook, thank you for coming. Jungkook simply nodded. Shortly after, one of Gi-hoon's guards arrived, giving him information that made Gi-hoon furious. He growled in anger. Damn it, he dared to touch my daughter. Finish him now. Make him regret for the rest of his life for disturbing my family. What's wrong, honey? Yin's accident was caused by Minho, our enemy, who has tried to attack me several times. He tried to kill Yin. I won't let him live to regret it. This revelation made Minju clench his fists. Indeed, anyone who dared to disturb Gi-hoon would face unforgettable retaliation. Luckily, after 3 days, Yin passed the critical stage of her recovery. Yin has now been moved to the hospital ward. As Lena was peeling an apple, she suddenly heard a faint sigh from Yin's lips. Lena immediately approached. Slowly, Yin's beautiful eyes opened, bringing tears of joy to Lena's eyes. Gi-hoon and Minju, who had just arrived, approached as well. They were relieved that Yin had regained consciousness. Gi-hoon quickly pressed the call button to summon the doctor. "Thank goodness, sweetheart, you're awake." Lena gently held Yin's frail hand, but Yin furrowed her brows in confusion. "Who are you?" Like being struck by lightning, Yin's question shocked all three of them. "Are you kidding, Yin? Come on, this isn't funny at all." Hearing Minju's words, Yin became even more confused. "Who? Yin? Is that my name? What's going on here?" Gi-hoon sighed in frustration, his mind becoming increasingly panicked. "Calm down, honey. Let's wait until the doctor arrives." Lena reassured Gi-hoon, gazing at her daughter, who still wore a puzzled expression. A few minutes later, the doctor arrived. "Let me examine her first. Please, everyone, step outside. It seems the patient is uncomfortable." The three of them then exited the room with mixed feelings. The doctor who examined Yin came out and explained that due to the severe impact to her head during the accident, Yin had suffered a brain injury resulting in amnesia, also known as post-traumatic amnesia (PTA). But you don't need to worry. This type of amnesia is usually temporary. We need to gradually help her remember bit by bit, but don't force it too much. Alright? Thank you, doctor. The next day, Jungkook arrived. He already knew about Yin's condition from Minju. Slowly, he approached Yin, who was sitting leaning against the patient's bed. Her eyes had changed. There was no longer the serene and gentle gaze of the girl he was used to seeing. "Hey, Yin, do you remember me?" Jungkook greeted Yin warmly. Yin just frowned, then shook her head. Jungkook smiled wryly. "Looks like you've completely forgotten me." He looked at Yin again, who seemed uninterested in his presence. Now, Yin seemed engrossed in watching TV. A few seconds later, "Who are you?" "I'm Jungkook, your brother's friend. But before, we were quite close." "Really? Does that mean you were nice to me?" Jungkook, tell me, before I had amnesia, when was the last time we met and what were we doing? Please, I want to remember you." Jungkook was surprised, unsure of how to tell the story, because their last memory before Yin's amnesia was actually quite unpleasant. Should Jungkook tell her that the last time they met was when Yin confessed her feelings to him and he rejected her? Wouldn't that be painful to remember? Jungkook closed his eyes briefly, taking a deep breath. He recalled the last moment they shared. "I'm sorry, Yin. Please forget about me. Forget about your feelings of love. We can still be friends." Jungkook's eyes gazed sadly at Yin's face, still slightly pale. Honestly, he hadn't hoped for a situation like this to occur.